right. Anyone else who's here for citizen comment?
Yes, I am.
Can raise a hand, throw something in the chat, and go ahead, Dr. Logan.
Yes, hello everyone. And I apologize too. I wasn't aware of the pre-registration ask, so I apologize for that. And can you all hear me okay? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I just wanted to speak, lend my voice to the conversation because...
Dr. Logan, if you don't mind waiting, because Matt is saying he can't hear you, but I can.
Okay.
Matt, do you want to try your mic and see if we can hear you? I just want to make sure it's...
Sure, how's that?
Yep, I can hear you just fine. And did you try turning your volume all the way up, Matt?
Yeah, I'm up all the way, and I'm seeing as Gabrielle Martin is kind of hearing the same. But I'll get close. I can hear you a little.
Okay, and just to be clear, since I had already interrupted you, sorry, Dr. Logan, there's not a requirement to submit citizen comment in advance. We just sometimes have people do that, especially if they can't make the meeting, because that's the only way they can participate in citizen comments if they can't be here. So I'm just in the habit of checking with Natalie right off the bat in case she's received anything in advance. It's not at all a requirement.
Okay, great.
But go ahead, Dr. Logan.
Yeah, so can you all hear me okay?
I can.
Yeah.
How about everybody else? Mick, you're okay? Matt Rogers, can you hear him? Debbie, yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
I think we're okay.
Okay. Yeah. I just wanted to lend my my voice to the conversation regarding our working together or what we were working towards. And I feel like my voice has been missing. I know in the last couple of board meetings, there's been numerous conversations. And I just wanted to say, unfortunately, we were not able to come to an agreement. And it was very frustrating on my behalf because of the time and the effort that I invested in the process for a couple of years, because even before Dr. Effiam was working with you all, I was in consideration. And at that time, I declined to work with you all because of some of the warning signs that I saw. So in my conversations with one of your board members, it was brought to my attention that you all didn't understand about why we weren't making progress. And there was frustration with that. And I couldn't understand that because we went from 8 different points of contention down to 1. And I felt we were close to working towards an agreement. But nonetheless, my frustration was the fact that, from the very beginning, I worked with the board president to a degree. I worked with the Ready Chair, the director of Park and Recreations, another board member, your director. I mean, during my time, I worked with so many different people, and I was told so many different things. And the process was very convoluted and very confusing. And to a T, each individual that I worked with apologized for the confusion or for the chaos or just for the mishaps or the misunderstanding. But I felt like in the end, the frustration was being directed towards me as to why couldn't we come to an agreement. And I just wanted to lend my voice to that because I put a lot of time and resources into this process, and it was very frustrating for me as well. So from the very beginning all the way throughout, we were close, we didn't get there, and I do appreciate everyone's apologies, but it was very frustrating because of my, I run a small company and we're limited on resources, and what I was told verbally is not what I was being told via email with the director. And when I tried to get accountability via documentation on the email, he was always referring to having a phone conversation with me. And I did that. So I was hence being told one thing by phone, documentation was something different, and that was very frustrating. Another point of frustration is that you all released a newsletter in December of 2021 introducing me as a consultant working with you all prior to us even having a contract. And I saw no recourse for that. And the person who made the mistake apologized, but and you all want to hold me accountable for your business decisions, but yet here you are announcing an agreement to the public in your newsletter, working with Dr. Logan, and we never came to an agreement. So those were some of the indications and warning signs that were very frustrating for me. And then from your meeting last week or last month and previously, you all are making reference to documents that I provided you, that I created from my contract, that you all are using with your new, potentially with your new consultant that you're going to work with. And that's very concerning for me. So it's like you can't work with me, but you can work with the documents that I provide. And then it was also stated, as it was noted in the minutes of your meeting, that Natalie, JC, and I created the proposal. No, I created that. Natalie and JC chimed in on it. They provided feedback. I created that document. My company's name is on that. I created that document. So I just wanted to speak a little bit to those frustrations. And then I appreciate hearing from the meeting last week that it was mentioned by one of your board members that it says, quote, I feel like we're micromanaging here in a way that's going to get in the way of efficiency. And honestly, I feel like I was a victim of that because of all the different people that I was dealing with, all the inefficiency, all the ineffectiveness, and all the confusion and chaos, and yet I was on the receiving end of that. So I was the one in the contract who requested that I charge hourly because I saw that I was being asked to attend bi-monthly meetings with the Ready Committee, the monthly board meeting, and it was a waste of time, and I just saw the inefficiency in that, and that was really, really concerning for me, and those were warning signs. So just to kind of wrap this up, I'm offended that you all feel you can use my documents, but yet you couldn't utilize my services. And for you to even allude in your minutes, it says, quote unquote, Ridgeville Park District will keep Dr. Logan in mind for future needs. No, don't keep me in mind because the relationship has been severed. And it's not about your needs. It's not about if you need me or if you need or what you need. It's about relationships in this community. And that's been unfortunately damaged. But that's part of what I understand you all are trying to repair and doing this racial equity work. And that's part of the frustration. It was also stated that the document that I provided, while during paid negotiations, was going to be used for future work with the future consultant. And I'm referring to the minutes from your meeting, and that's very concerning for me. So in closing, you all also made reference to using the YWCA Equity Institute. Well, I'm a consultant with the YWCA Equity Institute, okay, just so that you know that. You mentioned talking to the NAACP. I'm a member of the NAACP. And I know Tracy and Jeremy and Kevin and Darren and all the names that you referenced, and it just feels like you want to use people when it's to your need or to your advantage. And too often the case, change happens on the backs of Black and brown people, and that's what this felt like in this case. So it's about you all forging your own relationships and to stop expecting people of color to do the work for you. When I was in the board meeting a few months ago, one of your board members asked me what was my approach or strategy for engaging the community, particularly Black and brown people. And that's not what I was being hired for. But yet she wants to ask me how to do that. You all have to do the work. You can't put that on the backs of other people. You can't just ask people when it's to your convenience, when it's convenient for you all. And that's very disingenuous. This is not about rules.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. We're at 6 minutes now for your comments. If you could wrap them up.
Yes. Yes. It's about forging relationships. It's not about rules and regulations. There's a mentality of white supremacy that gets in the way of doing the racial equity work that you all might want to look in the mirror and take a look at. And from your own website, you talk about, being an organization that's inclusive and not divisive. And this has been a very divisive experience for me, unfortunately. And I just wanted to lend my voice to this conversation because it hasn't been present. And you all have, in a sense, been speaking for me. And I just wanted to lend that voice to it. So thank you for your time.
Thank you for coming to share that. Is there anyone else here who is hoping to speak during citizen comments? And if so, you can turn your camera on, you can raise your hand, you can just jump in. I'm just checking the chat. Okay, I think that's it then for citizen comment. Next on our agenda is electing board officers for the year 2022-23.